Hello and welcome to CEO Insights. Today, I want to talk about CEO X-ray vision. Yes, if you are a CEO and you had an ability to see right through the organization to its root causes of the problems, how would you do that? And why aren't you doing it? Well, I want to propose to you something. Over 70% of most transformations and most turnarounds in organizations fail. That's McKinsey statistics over 25 years, 2,500 companies, and it's fairly established research. Now, why is that so? Well, I believe that most CEOs are operating in a different paradigm. Yes, you heard it correctly, different paradigm. They still operate the organization as if it was a machine. They operate in the Newtonian paradigm, which is okay, was fine in the 40s and 50s and 60s, even the 70s, because we were operating at what we call activity level, action, reaction. So what most CEOs do is when there's a problem, they start looking for the reason for the cause of the problem on the surface, something that's visible. Okay, maybe it's the structure. We need to restructure. Maybe it's the pricing, so we need to reprice everything. Maybe it's the lack of technology. We're not introducing AI. So we need more high tech to automate, to reduce the cost. And that's all very valid reasons, right? And in fact, if you can fix the organization at that level or the activity level, fine, then that's probably the easiest and visible and the shortcut to the problem. But very often, once they fix that, the problem still persists. It comes back. In fact, in 2 years' time, we have the same problem all over again. You go, what happened? We just put in millions of dollars in tech or millions of dollars in restructuring, and we're still having problems. Well, that's because there are three levels to organization. So if you had an X-ray vision, you would be able to see through all the three levels. The first level is the activity. The second level is the relationships within the organization, between departments, with customers. And this is the hidden level. We don't understand what is the intricate relationships. Is it adversarial relationships? Are we lacking communication? Are we lacking collaboration? Are we really not customer focused, or will we say all the words around customer focus? So that is a whole other level, and you need to see through it. And it's not just good enough to sprinkle a little bit of EQ or emotional intelligence or empathetic leadership and say, well, we fixed that, right? And abdicate that to human resource management. Actually, that's a full responsibility of the CEO and the executive team to see what relationships, what is the level of relationship functionality, relationship maturity. Are we really working together as one team? Do we really have the lines of communication, collaboration? Are we really pulling it together as a team? And there are so many new nuances in the relationship because it's very complex. It's a human dynamics. And then there is a whole other level, which is completely hidden. And that is the mindset, the context, the story, right? The belief systems that we hold. And very often it's the organizational psyche which will sabotage the organization. Doesn't matter how much technology you put, how much restructuring you put. So let me give you an example. A CEO that I've been speaking to was charged with restructuring the organization because it is a phenomenal organization, but it was losing revenue and it was not profitable anymore. Furthermore, I wanted to be a more long-term, build the resilience and capacity and agility because in this dynamic world, it's very difficult for organizations to predict where they need to go. So they need to build, if you like, the agility muscles, right? The agile muscles, the agile mindset. So the first thing he did, of course, as he walked in, he started restructuring. Okay, let's flatten the hierarchy. It's the new trend today. And this is absolutely okay. Listen, we do need to sometimes flatten the hierarchy, maybe to lose. But if we only stayed at the activity level, at that visible part level, you never really address the root causes because you're trying to address the cause without really understanding its root, right? Where it came from. So you're addressing the symptoms, not the root causes, right? That's a better way of putting it. So what happened, of course, he's restructured the organization. He put in some new tech, he repriced their new business models, cut off some fat here and there. Within 1 year, it was fantastic. Within 2 years, it was all back again. And so organizations continue to lose money, continues to lose revenue. The way to do this is to do it right from the start, to really look through all the three levels So rather than using Newtonian paradigm, action reaction, really understand it's a complex organism, and it really needs to be looked at both activity and relationship level and in the context and mindset. You need to address that, the most important. In fact, the mindset is the biggest leverage. It's the exponential part. And so all these transformations, if they don't reach to the people's mindset, individually, collective, right, then none of this will work in the end. It will revert back like hysteresis, like magnetism to where it was before. So if you're interested in how to actually apply this X-ray vision, the 3 levels, how to work at all 3 levels of organization simultaneously to get that long-lasting results, then email me, because this is the framework, the living organization framework that we've been working for over 30 years. And role model and really best practices. We'll look for some of the role models across the world of how top CEOs are addressing that at the level, at all 3 levels, including the executive team, and yes, including the human resource management as well. But basically putting it as the hardcore responsibility of the executives, and not that soft core culture change programs done by HR, right? So contact me and we'll have an interactive conversation. I want to show you how they can be done in practice. Thank you so much and hope to hear from you.